Okay, hello, welcome friends, welcome into the craft room. My name is Susan. This is So Inspired Designs, and I'm happy to have you here. I have a fun idea to share with you guys. So it's pretty simple and it's going to require a minimal of supplies, and obviously anybody can do this. So this is going to be super fun. Um, and I have a couple different variations to show for you. So basically what we're doing in this particular craft is we are making it's like a paper chain, the old fashioned paper chains, but we're doing it with a heart. We're making it a heart, and you can choose any kind of material you want. You can either use cardstock, or you can use just construction paper. I actually chose to use felt and foam. So I wanted my paper chain, my heart paper chain, to last more than one season and to not have to worry about it getting torn up or messed up. So that's why I chose felt or foam. So that's completely up to you. I did get these sheets. They're pretty big. You see how big they are. They're bigger than a normal size sheet. It says 12 by 18, and these felt ones were, sorry, forgot it was upside down. These felt ones were $1.99 at Hobby Lobby. And then I also chose, and I've already cut them all up, I also chose the foam with the glitter already built in for the ones that I really like for my house. So I've cut all of those up, and I think, you guys, these may have only been 99 cents. I don't want to swear to it, but I think they might have only been 99 cents. So I'm going to show you how we get to this point. But what you're going to do is start with a couple different colors that you like. Now, I've already done cut up my whole red one. I cut up the entire sheet. Now, you probably won't need, unless you're doing a really, really, really long chain, or you're going to do multiple chains, you probably won't need a size this big, just so you know, unless you're just doing one color, which you could definitely do one color. But you guys know me, I love colors, so I'm going to have a variety. So I cut up all of the red one already. And the way I got to these, and I've done it with all my glitter ones, the way I got to that, you guys, is very, very simple. So I'm going to pull these out of the way. This one that I'm doing in felt, I'm probably going to take to my sweet little buddy, my grandson, so that he can have one at his house. But all I did was, and I couldn't find my full length ruler, like a regular 12-inch ruler. So I just grabbed what I had, and that's what this is. So I am right-handed, so it actually works a little better if I work from this way. Oh, my foam is grabbing a hold of my felt. So all I did was lay it down, and you can do this any way you want, but this I thought was super easy. You can even use a cutting machine if you want. I'm not sure where mine are yet, so I'm just doing it the old-fashioned way. But basically, I just took a pencil, any kind of pencil, and I just used the width of the actual ruler as my guide, and I just made a line like this. I lined it up to the edge, just like that, and then made a line. And then I continued doing that. I kept doing that all the way across. Like I said, I did it all the way across. If you know you're not going to use that much, you don't have to do it all the way across. That way you can save the rest of your felt or foam or paper for another project later. But I just went ahead and cut them all up because I wasn't sure what else I would do with them at this point, and I had bought them specifically for this project. So this would even be just a fun little thing to put if you have like a nursery or a classroom, or like a nursery at church. Or now obviously this pencil is not showing up quite as well on this particular one because I wasn't pressing as hard, but you can see we have lines here. So it's pretty basic, pretty simple. That's all I did. If you have a longer ruler, it will probably take you less time. You could use a pen if you want. I just wanted something that wouldn't show up very well. So then I'm just going to take my scissors. And like I said, if you were doing this with paper, you could certainly just use your paper cutter. You might not even need the ruler to help you if you're using a paper cutter. If you're an experienced paper cutter, like I used to be with scrapbooking, then you could probably very easily do this. And like I said, you don't have to do it on these big, huge sheets that I've chosen. This is just what I chose. You can do it on a regular 8 by 8.5 by 11. Isn't that what size it would be, I guess, of construction paper or cardstock? You don't have to do the bigger. It's completely up to you, but you pick whatever medium you want. Like I said, I went with felt and foam just because I wanted a couple different colors, but I also wanted something that was going to hold up for more than just one season. So I'm just going to show you. Obviously, that's what you do, and you just continue on with all of your various colors. Okay. So I'm going to finish that later because that's one that, like I said, I'm going to do for my grandson. So I'm going to put that aside and do that later. So now let's talk about this. How do we get to this? How do we get to this? Well, we take our color. Now I'm doing alternating colors, as you can see. So you would take, let's see, I'm trying to think the best way to show you guys, because I obviously have too much for one particular one, but just take whatever color you're going to work with. And what you're going to do first is fold it in half. Okay, I want to make sure I get this where y'all can see it. I'm just going to fold it in half. Now, because I am using a double-sided, basically, surface for this one, where I have the sparkly on one side, the glitter on one side, and the plain on the other, I need to be mindful of that when I'm folding. But you're basically going to fold your piece of paper or whatever medium in half to start with. I'm folding it with the glitter side in because you'll see why in just a second, because I want the glitter to show. So you would take your glitter, or I mean, take your I'll get it right in a minute. Take your paper or medium that you're using, fold it in half. Okay. Once you've done that, you're going to need a handy dandy stapler. Doesn't matter what kind of stapler, just any kind of stapler is going to do. And then you are going to staple the part that you folded. That part there, you're going to staple it. This is how we start our chain. Okay. You're going to staple it, and you can eyeball how far you want it to go in, because we're going to make this look like it's going to end up looking like a heart. So we have stapled that side, and then the other side is open. Okay. See how that is? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to just flip our paper around. And now see, we have a heart. Already we have a heart, right? And if you're using paper, like I said, it's a little bit, especially if it's like cardboard paper or, I keep saying cardboard paper. If it's construction paper or cardstock, this is even pliable. I mean, and you're going to be able to get this shape heart and how big of a heart you want. But then once you're done with that, like I said, you just take the outside and you flip it around, and then you've got a heart. So then you're going to come over here and we're going to staple this side. Okay. And now we have one heart, right? So cool. That's great. But now how do we turn that into this? Here's the trick. So take your next color, whatever color in line that you want to try to have, that you're working on. I'm going to just go ahead and use red, and then fold that, like I said, fold it in half again. And now what we're going to do to make this chain build on each other is we are going to, and I'm going to show you a shortcut in a minute, because this is how I was taught, but I found a shortcut when I was creating this myself. You're going to place the bottom part of the heart into the middle part of the fold that you have here. Okay. So it's kind of just covering that just like that. All right. Then you're going to take your stapler again, and you're going to staple that together. So now they're attached, and you're going to, obviously, you're going to flip this, and now you have a heart to heart to heart, right? So you have two hearts. Now you could continue on with that, just staple this and then add the one and then staple it again, but that's going to waste more of your staples and it's not necessary. So I found a shortcut, and the easiest way that I found to do it was to take my next one that I have folded, then I'm going to hug up here to the end. I've already had it folded, and I am going to do one staple instead of the two staples. I'm going to do one. So I'm not wasting as many staples or as many steps. Okay. So now I'm just going to staple those all together one time. And then we're just going to continue that in whatever pattern you decide, whatever design. If it's all one color, it's all one color. But as you can see, we are building our heart. So that's all it is, you guys. It's so simple. This is something that would be super fun. It might even be fun to start it, to do it with, if you have any kids in your life that maybe want to count down to something. This would be a fun way. Now, if you were doing paper, when you do paper chains, I've done paper chains with the kids in the past, especially when they were littler, to help them count down to like, when's Christmas, when's my birthday, when's this, that they could just tear one off every day and throw it in the trash. Now, obviously, if you're going to do that, you want to going to do whatever you're in a cheapest way you can do that, which is construction paper, right? So this is just one that would stay longer. And look, I can make it fatter hearts if I want, because I don't really like the thin hearts. I can make it do that based on how I put it together. So that is really it. But isn't that adorable? Look at that. And I'm going to have a nice shiny one. And then for my little buddy, I'm going to have one in red and like a coral color and a blue. So it's going to be something fun just to have to hang around, inexpensive. If you want to do it in paper so that they can have a countdown for to know when the day is, that's another great way to try to use it. Or you can use it for yourself for decor like I'm going to do. So I hope you like this project idea. If you have any questions, as always, ask me in comments or send me a message. That's what I'm here for. I just want to encourage you to try something creative. And this is super easy, you guys. And then you get to pick however you want it to be. Now, I like colorful, so I went with all these colors that I consider would be perfect for my decor. So thanks, guys. I hope that you liked it. Thanks for letting me share my idea with you, and hope it inspired you. And until I see you next time, please be safe, be healthy, and be blessed. Bye, guys.